Hey, what's happening, gamers? Welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney Trilogy for the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah!
Brought to you by Capcom.
Oh yeah!
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell to be notified when more Ace Attorney arrives here on KwingsLetsPlays.
Woo!
And it's time for us to head right back into Farewell My Turnabout, Trial Part 4?
That's right. We're ready to turn this thing about.
Well, that's the name of the episode, but...
Oh.
Uh-oh. Well, that can't be good. How did I get into this mess?
Uh-oh.
That's far enough! You can't run forever, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Oh no!
Wait, what? What? What have I done wrong? I cannot allow you to go on like this. What? But I'm just a simple defense attorney. Silence!
Oh no!
You are no longer worthy of your title. Take this!
Ouch.
Wow. Phoenix has a lot of nightmares, doesn't he?
Yep.
I've had this dream before. Someplace, some time ago. At the start of this game. As if this day was written into my destiny. Today, I'll stand in court as a lawyer. Well, you're not going to stand in as a clown.
Yeah.
To prove a killer innocent.
Thank goodness there are no clowns here.
Only on the internet, Amber. Only on the internet.
Sometimes in real life.
No! They're fictional! March 23rd, 9:43 a.m.
I'm sorry. That's right. They're not real.
My therapist said so. Figment of my imagination. My worst fear. Aw, yeah. Steel Samurai on my phone. Oh.
Beep.
Hello, this is Phoenix Wright. You don't look well, dude. Hey, you're gonna prove me not guilty today, right?
Wait, what? Why is he back to normal?
Hang up.
Oh! Oh my gosh.
If you please, Mr. Lawyer. Remember, it's not just me. Your precious friend's life is riding on today's verdict, too. I hate you.
Now listen up! You'd better get on guard a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime bag and not guilty, I'll never forgive you ever, Nick!
Phoenix! Oh, sorry.
Phoenix!
Ghost!
Mia!
Maya, how's Maya?
I don't know.
You don't know? Worthless ghost.
She hasn't tried to channel me since yesterday.
Mia, what am I supposed to do?
Well, like I said, for a lawyer, the worst of times are when you have to force your biggest smiles. No, not like that.
But...
Not a Joker smile. You can't give up, Phoenix. There's still some hope left.
But I showed my dimples. Stop it, please! There's nothing left. Not here. Not anywhere. Oh, great. Oh, yeah! Is that a cursed on guard again? Hello?
Steel Samurai.
Will you leave me alone? Look, don't call me anymore. I mean it! You're really mean, pal. Gumshoe, I'm really sorry, man. Where are you? They let me join the investigation team and we're chasing after the killer.
What?
What? Then you have some sort of lead? Sorry, but right now we've got 0 leads on the guy. But we're not gonna give up, pal. Gumshoe. Until the trial's over, until the verdict is handed down, we're gonna do everything we can to find a killer.
Yeah.
If we can get Maya out, then you can get on guard the guilty verdict he deserves, pal.
Woohoo.
That's true. I could do that if they found Maya first.
Yeah.
You got that? So you have to do whatever you can to make the last trial Longer.
Yeah!
Have to make the last trial longer? Oh no.
The trial lasts longer.
If you got Mr. Edgeworth with you, everything you've got, then you two can draw it out for days.
Maybe you can give them big red bubble gum.
Oh, now I get it. I believe in you, pal. You and Mr. Edgeworth can do it. Stall like no tomorrow. So, believe in us. We're gonna give it our all. Okay, enjoy your ride along, Gumshoe, because you're no longer an officer.
Maybe he will be again.
He retires in one of the games.
Oh. Hey, Phoenix.
Yo, what's up, Ghost?
You understand now, don't you? You have something money will never be able to buy. Friendship.
I have friends?
Yes, you do. It's the strongest weapon in the world, and you have it in abundance.
Yeah.
Friendship.
It's magic. Looks like we're coming to the end. I have to make this trial last as long as I can. Gumshoe will come through, I know it! He'll find a needle in a haystack. March 23rd, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 3! Oh my gosh. Court is now in session for the trial of Matt on Guard, take 2. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor, and we look more sophisticated. Now then, as I recall, we concluded yesterday's session with a big mystery on our hands. The mystery being what exactly Miss Andrews' role is in this matter. Excuse me, I had a hiccup. That is to say, she is really connected to this crime itself? Miss Edgeworth, if you would please inform the court of today's proceedings. Adrian Andrews. She forged evidence that threw suspicion into Mr. On Guard, and then proceeded to escape the crime scene by wearing a nickel samurai costume. The guilt of these actions are those from which she cannot escape. Then you're saying that she is guilty after all? I'm not finished, Your Honor. Miss Andrews has nothing to do with committing the actual murder. What are you doing to the kitty?
I'm touching her paw.
Okay. I would like to direct the court's attention to this card. What is that? It looks like a shell. This is the calling card of a certain assassin. An assassin, you say?
Oh my gosh.
Yes, one creator was killed by a professional killer, an assassin, and the person who hired the assassin is his client, so to speak, Matt on Guard. Whoa.
Yes.
What surprising turn of events! I would think it's become commonplace by now, Your Honor. Great. I know what's gonna go on this time, so I know that everything Edgeworth has said is true.
We still have to hold out as long as we can, Phoenix. At least we have a kitty that sits on our lap and we can pet until Maya's safe and sound.
She does take away all the stress. And she's not meowing like a crazy person. But she's sick, so it's not her fault. I wonder how the trial will turn out today. Now then, please call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls the defendant's mentor, Mr. Will Powers, to the stand. Oh no.
Will Powers!
Hey everyone!
The Steel Samurai!
Now then, witness, your name and occupation, please. Okay. I'm, Will Powers. I'm a poor, underpaid action star. And what is your relation to the defendant?
Why would he say that about himself?
Well, I guess I'm sort of a lousy mentor to him in a way. Yeah. Mr. Powers, please, you don't need to put yourself down so much.
I know.
Oh, sorry. Well, but I'm just kind of nothing sort of guy. On the night of the murder, you visited the defendant's room. Is this court? Yeah. I didn't know that. But you know, I didn't actually get to see Matt when I went.
Huh?
All you need to do is answer what you've asked. What you asked, Monkey Man. Now then, I would like you to please testify about when you went to Mr. On Guard's room. Okay. Yeah, sure. Wow, it's the Kwing show starring Luke and sometimes Amber. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
After the awards ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room. Oh, Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in his nickel samurai costume. He was talking with someone at first. I thought it was the bellboy. I watched the two of them for a while, but then I gave up and went back. I had guests with me that night, and I couldn't make them wait for me. Oh, he's such a nice guy.
Aww.
Nothing sounds out of the place in Mr. Power's testimony. And talking with the bellboy is no big deal. If one assumes that the person Miss On Guard was speaking with was an ordinary bellboy.
Huh?
What are you implying?
Dun dun dun.
I'm just going back and forth between 4 different people. Well, Mr. Wright, let's have your cross-examination, shall we?
Looks like we're in another sticky situation, Phoenix.
Yeah, our neighbors think I'm insane. Huh?
Okay. A trap. Can't you spell it? I mean, smell it, Phoenix.
I'm sorry, what was it? What?
Can you spell trap?
T-R-A-P. Yes, I can.
Very good.
Yeah.
But for us to find out more, we're just going to have to charge in head first, right? Right?
Sounds dangerous. I like it.
Let's get dangerous.
Yep.
Bum, bum, bum.
After the awards ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room. Because,
Okay.
you know, reasons.
I thought he was his mentor.
Matt was standing there in his nickel samurai. My gosh.
His nickel samurai costume.
Yeah, that's what it was. Okay.
It's fine.
He was standing with someone at first. I thought it was the bellboy. I watched the two of them for a while and then hold it.
For a while.
I don't know, he's creepy. You saw the two of them, the bellboy and the defendant, talking together, correct? Yeah, the bellboy just wanted to say congrats. Now, while you were watching the two of them, did you notice anything strange?
Yeah, there was a creepy hairy guy watching them.
You know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, gave the bellboy a tip. A tip? But that's a perfectly normal thing to do, right? So, how long did you watch the two of them all creepy like? Not more than a minute or two, I think.
An hour.
An hour, a week. I had guests with me that night and I couldn't make them wait for me.
Objection. I don't think
Watched
you had
the
any
two of them
guesses.
for a while. He was talking with someone at first that thought it was the bellboy. Hang on a sec there. At first? What do you mean by that? I didn't think he was a normal bellboy. And why was that? Why did I think that, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Hey, wait a second. Actually, Mr. Powers, only a few minutes ago, you stated... you know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip. Could it be that you felt something strange about the tip-giving incident itself? Yeah, that's it. You really know your job. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. This bellboy, he wasn't an ordinary one, was he? Perhaps we should let the witness tell us, Your Honor. Very well, I thought we could maybe shorten things a bit, but okay.
No, we're gonna elongate it.
No, Mr. Powers, please amend your testimony. You mean about the bellboy? Right. Okay. Matt gave the bellboy a tip. So no.
Let's see.
I watched the two of them, and they went back up. Watched the two of them a while, and then... this one seems to give the bellboy a tip. Let's try this.
Hold it!
So he gave the bellboy a tip. What's so strange about that? Well, you see, Matt's not a poor penny pincher like me. I was trying to figure out how much it was because the tip really shocked me. Oh.
What?
How much it was?
Whoa, did he give him like $20 or $40?
Well, that's when something even more surprising happened.
What?
The bellboy was putting the tip he got in his pocket. And that's when I got my first good look at the guy's face. I was really shocked. I'm afraid I don't follow you at all. I mean, you're not exactly the prettiest man in the world.
Aww.
It sounds like Mr. Powers was surprised twice by this event. I wonder which of these shocking moments I should ask about. Bellboy's face, duh. What was so shocking about the bellboy's face, Mr. Powers? Well, he wasn't exactly a boy, more like an old gramps.
What?
Ahem. I hope you know that discrimination towards old men is a no-no in my court. No, that's not what I meant at all. Well, in the smack middle of the guy's face, there was a line of stitches. A line of stitches? Gross. Yeah, and it went straight from the tippy top of his head to the bottom of his chin.
Yeah, that is really gross.
Almost like it had a thread snapped. All the stuff in his head would come spilling out.
Ew.
Ah! He was there at Ungard's house.
He was that guy.
He was the butler. What is it, Mr. Knight? Nothing, Your Honor. I've, stuff. So that means Ungard was talking with the killer then. If that were to be exposed, Ungard would be declared guilty in a blink.
Phoenix, you have to play dumb here. Pretend that you don't know anything.
Oh.
What?
Yes, Chief Ghost. You sure you don't have anything you would like to say, Mr. Wright? Huh? What'd you say, Your Honor? I was spacing out.
Oh, now he's mad.
Nothing, Mr. Wright. Nothing. We're just going around and around in circles, more than usual. Now then, Mr. Powers, please continue with your testimony.
That's what we're trying to do. I think we need to ask about the tip also.
Watched the two of them for a while, and then gave up and went back. I had guests with me. Let's see, hold it here.
Okay.
So who were these guests you were talking about?
Who guests?
You guys, of course. You, Maya, Little Pearl. I thought it would be really rude since I invited my friends if I disappeared on you. So I went back to my seat pretty soon after seeing Matt in the hallway. This is like squeezing water from a stone. It's probably pointless to press further.
Do you remember this incident, Phoenix? Did Mr. Powers leave his seat that night?
I don't remember that happening at all, actually. Maya was making such a racket in her hyper state, I ended up focusing on her.
I see.
Yeah, he could have snuck off. We don't know.
In any case, from his story, he probably wasn't gone for very long.
True. After the awards ceremony, I went to see Matt myself. All right, so we did that one.
Okay.
Standing still. Let's do this one. It's always important to press everybody on the first one. Are you sure that was Matt? Yeah, I'm sure. He wasn't wearing the Nickel Samurai mask then. Oh, if that's the case, then he really can't be mistaken. And what was the defendant doing standing in front of his own room? Matt gave the bellboy a tip. Okay.
Yeah, press further on that.
So he gave the bellboy a tip. What's so strange about that?
Yeah.
Well, you see, Matt's not a poor penny pincher. I was guessing, trying to figure out how much it was. How much it was? Oh, so maybe I asked the wrong question then. But what was more surprising was what happened next. Bellboy was putting the tip in his pocket. And that's when I got my first good look at the guy's face. He was really shocked. I'm afraid I don't follow at all. Sounds like Mr. Powers was surprised twice. I wonder which of these shocking moments I should ask about.
Ungard's tip.
Okay. The defendant is a huge star. He can afford to give generous tips, wouldn't you agree? Yeah, sure. But giving him that much was maybe a little too much, I think. A little too much? Would you please clarify for the court? About how much would you say the defendant gave to the bellboy? Honestly, I don't know. I can't even begin to guess. And why is that? Because he gave the bellboy a really fat roll of cash.
Whoa!
A roll of cash?
Like a roll?
Whoa.
Like a roll? Oh my gosh.
Ah, well, how interesting. Well, that certainly was a very generous tip, wasn't it? I need to chuck this gig and become a bellboy at a fancy hotel.
I know.
A very fat roll of cash. That can hardly be called a tip, Your Honor. Well, I mean, it depends what circles you run in, but the judge is beginning to look awfully suspicious of us. Raise an objection, I guess. The defendant is a superstar. That kind of tip is typical fare for people like him. No. Are you saying that all superstars are super spenders? If I could receive large rolls of cash by simply bringing people things on trays, then why on earth would I stand around here prosecuting?
Well,
He's got a good point. I don't even get paid, let alone rolls of cash for all my hard work. So supposing that the roll of cash was not a tip, then what was it? Payment, Your Honor. Huh?
well,
Payment? Whoops. Isn't it obvious for the murder of Juan Corrida? Then the bellboy the witness saw. Yes, he was the assassin.
oh, wow.
No, pretty deep, right?
Yep, pretty intense.
Hold your horses now, Mr. Edgeworth. You don't have any proof of this, do you? Have I ever been unprepared to support my claims, Your Honor? I have here the card Shelley the Killer left at the scene of the crime. Shelley the Killer? He is the person the police investigations team has been chasing for ages. I'm certain that the person the witness saw was this very assassin, Shelley the Killer. Really?
Well,
What's wrong, Mr. Powers? No, nothing. Something just clicked in my head and I think I just figured something out. Oh? Actually, I saw that bellboy again later on that night. Nani?
well, this is getting so intense.
Mr. Powers, please testify what you saw. Oh, yeah, right away. My gosh. Mr. Powers is going around in circles.
Yeah, he is.
Alright, this time I was in that hallway because I had to go to the little boy's room. And that's when that bellboy I saw earlier came out of the room. Of course, when I saw the room, I mean Juan Corrida's room. Now that I think about it, the bellboy did seem kind of out of place. Yeah, so he had to be the assassin, I'm sure of it. Why'd you stop at I mean? Thank you very much, that's all we need for now. Huh? But I'm not done, there's still more. Let us first establish that the bellboy was truly Mr. the Killer. Then we'll let you talk some more. So the bellboy came out of the victim's room. And if that bellboy really was the assassin, then I think the answer is very obvious. That would be correct, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, I believe it's your turn to entertain us and make us laugh.
This is no laughing matter, Phoenix. What are you doing?
Uh-oh.
Well, Mia's mad at you now.
Yeah, Mia's very mad. Okay. This time I was in the hallway because I had to go to the bathroom.
Wow.
And what time was it? Well, I don't remember. The award ceremony ended around 8 p.m., right? And I went to Matt's room pretty soon after that. And then I came back. And then I went to the bathroom. So I guess maybe it was around 8:10? You're not one for details, are you, Mr. Powers? Sorry. I thought I could maybe catch Matt and say my congrats. You know, to the little buddy. But it didn't work out.
Aww.
And that's when that bellboy I saw came out of the room. It's kind of creepy. Of course, when I say room, I mean Juan Corrida's. Now that I think about it, that bellboy did seem kind of out of place. Yeah, so he had to be the assassin. Okay, something's not right here.
Yeah, it isn't.
Think about it, it's kind of out of place. Of course, when it's, yeah. That's when the bellboy I saw earlier came out of the room. Well, I mean, I guess we can press everything.
Yeah, you can try to press everything. Let's see.
Are you sure it was the same bellboy? Yeah. And how did you tell? All bellboys wear the same uniform after all. But you see, well, he had some stitches on his face. Ugh. Yeah, so I'm sure it's the same guy that we're talking with Matt and stuff. So which room did the bellboy come out of? Of course, when I saw the room, I mean Juan Carita's room. Okay. The victim's room, huh? Yeah. The one with all the really pretty flowers and teddy bears. It was Juan Carita's room, all right. Words cannot describe how screwed I am.
Yeah.
Let's continue with the testimony, shall we? Okay. Now that I think about it, the bellboys seemed kind of out of place. Okay, we saw that. Yeah, it has to be the assassin, I'm sure of it. Okay. Please don't be so quick to judge. But it's kind of a Powers family thing. Think of every person as a thief. Wait, what? Well, I guess the thief and an assassin are both sneaky and silent. Wait a second.
That's not the point, Phoenix. In any case, if that bellboy was the assassin, it would be very hard. It would be very bad for us.
Very hard for us? But he really is the assassin, you know?
Yes, but you can't give in yet. If you want to prolong this trial for as long as possible, you're gonna have to pull some cheap tricks on the floor.
On the floor? And this guy likes to hear himself talk a lot. All right. So there's something off about his testimony. Something... We press him on so many things. Talked about the bellboy.
Okay.
I just feel like this is filler for, like, the main dish.
Yeah. Alright, so... Wait,
let's try this
why don't
one.
we press it on him? Like, what was out of place about the bellboy?
Now that I think about it, that bellboy did seem kind of out of place. So what exactly was so out of place about him? Right. Why the insipid grin? Maybe because I have no idea what damaging thing he's gonna say next. Well, the bellboy was empty-handed?
Huh?
Empty-handed? Yeah, the bellboy was one of those room service people, right?
Oh, he didn't come bringing anything.
But he wasn't pushing a cart, and he wasn't holding a tray either. You'd call that a little strange too, wouldn't you? I agree. That is a bit strange, Mr. Powers. But is it really that unusual for a bellboy to be empty-handed? Yes!
Maybe he was bringing a packet of Arby's sauce.
But, what should I do? Should I let Mr. Powers' testimony slide, or...
Try to pull a fast one!
Okay.
Let's do it, Phoenix! Let's do this!
Let's play the long game. There's nothing strange or unusual about an empty-handed bellboy. But there really, really is. There really, really isn't! If you two are done being school children, bellboys are for room service. There is no reason for them to be empty-handed, ever. Your Honor, I ask that the witness's previous statement be supplemented with this new one. Supplanted, I don't know. Edgeworth, you monkey. Are you gonna do whatever you can to make the bellboy look suspicious? I see. Very well, this court recognizes and grants the prosecution's request. Mr. Powers, if you could amend your testimony, please. Yeah, why not? I thought it was kind of strange for a bellboy to come out of the guest room empty-handed.
Wait! We already did hold it on this one. So let's try to present something.
Oh, wait. Yeah,
what do you think he was bringing?
In the photo, he had, oh my gosh. He had juice.
Yeah, I think that might be it.
Juice! Mr. Powers. Yeah. You're easily influenced by other people's words, aren't you? As soon as you heard that the bellboy might have been the killer, you got caught up in believing it must be true. But, isn't he really suspicious? He's got all those stitches and, So, a baseball has stitches. Are you saying all baseballs are suspicious because they have stitches?
But they're not someone's face.
Well, there's also, what about him being empty-handed? I would like to ask the court to please take a look here. Phoenix, you're something else.
I know.
This is the crime scene. Oh, this is a crime scene.
That's right, Judge.
There's a wine glass sitting next to Mr. Kurita's body.
It's actually a tomato juice glass.
Whatever. The liquid inside the glass is tomato juice!
Oh.
And now, if you would look at what is on top of the table in the lower right corner here...
Yes...
Anyone can clearly see that it is a tray with a bottle of tomato juice on it!
Shocking.
The bellboy had just brought this to Mr. Kurita's room. He left the tray in the room, which is why he was leaving empty-handed when he left.
Yeah!
What? That would mean that the bellboy was seen and left a dead body in the room. But can you prove that Mr. Kurita was already dead at that time? Oh, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes. I blame you for leading me down this route. I'm terribly sorry. What is with him? Why is he laughing? Witness, isn't there one more thing you would like to share with us? Is there? The bellboy was empty-handed, or should I say, empty-handed. I recall you had something interesting to say about his hands. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. What?
Huh?
That bellboy, he was wearing gloves. Gloves? Yeah, pitch black leather ones.
That's creepy.
All the other bellboys don't wear gloves like that. Black leather gloves. Why didn't you mention this earlier? Sorry, it just kind of slipped my mind.
Slipped your mind.
Oh boy, does this make the bellboy look really suspicious. Alright, gotta focus. Can't get lax here. So what if he had gloves? A lot of bellboys wear gloves. Come on, Mr. Wright. That bellboy was wearing black leathery ones.
Like an assassin's gloves?
So, a football is made of leather. Are you saying all footballs are suspicious because they're made of leather?
Oh my god.
Oh. But that man, he received a large roll of cash from the defendant. And then he was seen leaving the crime scene wearing very nice black leather gloves. I don't think that even someone like myself can believe he was just another bellboy.
Well, he was! That's just his style choice.
Yeah, there you go.
And he was such a great butler that he got a big tip.
It seems that we have finally come to an understanding. Now then, witness, please continue with the rest of your testimony. The rest? Oh yes, please tell us more.
Yes.
I want to hear about the leather gloves. Okay, let's do this. Oh
Were
boy.
they suede leather?
Their second meeting. After leaving Juan's room, the bellboy went and knocked on Matt's door just like that. He gave him something to the person inside the room.
Wait, what? Oh, fine.
Then the old guy just left without even going into the room. After that, I went to the bathroom and then went back to my seat. Okay.
That's fascinating.
So the bellboy, after leaving the crime scene, went next to the defendant's room?
That's weird.
Yeah, I kind of saw all that by accident. Some accident, I'd say you saw too much! And all of it was suspicious to high heaven.
Yep.
I think it's safe to say that we can no longer consider this bellboy to be normal. Now then, let's get started, shall we? Mr. Knight, your cross-examination, please. Okay.
With pleasure, Your Honor.
Their second meeting.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Let's do this!
After leaving Juan's room, the bellboy went and knocked on the door. He gave him something to the person inside.
Hold it!
Amber's getting into this now. I said hold it! Okay. That's better. What kind of statement is that? Please elaborate and give us more details. Oh, okay. Huh, I should probably ask him only one question at a time.
Ask about the person.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know who was inside.
Okay. So, who took this something the bellboy handed off? Actually, I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm. Only an arm? That's not much to go on.
Huh?
Then you're saying you didn't actually see the person's face? Yeah. Well, it was Mr. Onguard's room, correct? So it could have only been Mr. Onguard himself, I'd say. Now then, what did the bellboy do after that? This is like the verbal Olympics.
I know.
So after he gave the person inside the room the thing...
Wow. Will looks mad.
I look mad. Then the old guy just left without even going into the room. After that, I went to the bathroom and then back to my seat.
Okay.
And the old guy just left. Gave him something to the person inside the room.
What?
After leaving the room, the bellboy went and knocked on the door. Try this one. Is that what you saw while you were busy spying? Excuse me? I may be poor, underpaid action star, but even I wouldn't stoop to spying. Well, oh my gosh, what is this? There it is, there it is. Well, I think the point is, where did you watch all of this, Mr. Powers? Oh, from the door of the bathroom with my left eye and sort of a sneaky spy like... I knew he was spying. Please, does it really matter if he was doing it over or underhandedly? What did the bellboy do next? That's all I care to know.
That's right.
He gave him something to the person inside the room.
Wait, we should press them oh, wait.
Press him again?
Yes, because we need to ask other questions about it, I think.
Alright. I said hold it. Okay. That's better. What kind of statement is that? Oh, okay. I should probably ask him only one question at a time. Oh, I see. Ask about this something. There we go. He gave something to this person? Yeah. And, what was this something?
Yeah.
If I remembered what it was, I wouldn't be calling it a something now, would I? But this implies that something was removed from the scene of the crime. Are you sure you really can't remember, Mr. Powers? I think it was something kind of small. I would like to summarize the testimony up to this point, if you don't mind.
All right.
When the bellboy left the crime scene, he immediately went to the defendant's room. There, he handed a small item of some sort to the person inside. As for the person who received the item, all you could see was the person's arm. Yeah, it was just like that. Kind of. Mr. Edgeworth, is all this really that important? Of course, Your Honor. I think this is the utmost importance. This is when whatever was removed from the crime scene was handed over to the client. Mr. Powers, please try to remember what it was the bellboy handed off. Well, let's see. I think it was... Nope. If you don't remember, please add it to your testimony. Yes, sir.
Oh my gosh. Wait. If I saw it and
That's my line.
Some sort of wooden statue. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
If I saw it again, I would say for sure, but I think it was some sort of wooden statue.
Yeah, let's hold it on that.
A statue? Yeah, it kind of looked like one, I guess. If I saw the actual thing again, I'd probably remember, you know? And no, guys, I don't remember what Powers sounded like, so deal with it! It looks like for this trial to proceed, I'm gonna have to come up with whatever this statue thing is and show it to him.
Do we have a statue thing?
I don't know.
You're going to have to trust your instinct on this one and take a chance, Phoenix.
Well, Mr. Powers, let's continue with your testimony. What did the bellboy go and do? And stuff. But then the old guy just left. If I saw it again, I would say it probably looked like some... Yep, we're gonna present
if
this.
We have a statue.
That looks like a thing.
That looks like a little statue.
Yeah, it's tiny.
Let's just
go with that. All right. Okay. Yes? What is it?
It's a bear.
What was the point of that pregnant pause? Where did that objection come from? Well, speak up. It was me, Your Honor.
What is it, Phoenix?
I have a feeling that something bad is gonna happen once I show this. Mr. Knight, if you have something to say, then please spit it out! Yes, Your Honor. Okay, Phoenix, deep breath. Mr. Powers, the something you saw was it this item? Oh, hey, that's it.
What?
That's the something.
Wow!
Wow, Mr. Wright, you really figured it out.
That was the only thing we had in our inventory.
I recall we found this at Madame God's mansion. A defendant's house? What? Oh, snap.
Oh, murmur.
What does this mean? It's simple, Your Honor. Shelley the killer assassinated Juan Carita in his room, and then he stole this wooden bear from the scene of the crime. Then the bear being found at Mr. On God's mansion would mean... It goes without saying, Your Honor. Mr. Matt is the killer's client.
Oh my gosh! I did not see that coming.
Order! I said order!
Murmur.
Mr. Knight, this is most unfortunate turn of events for you. Yeah. Sorry, Mia, Ghost.
No, it's all right. Your judgment was sound, Phoenix. Actually, I figured the bear would come up. If not now, then it would have later on. Even if you hadn't shown it to the court, I'm sure your friend Edgeworth would have.
I almost forgot about that he knew about it too. I think it's clear that there's no need for us to continue this trial. I can't let this happen. I have to do something. There has to be something we've overlooked. Your Honor, a minute, please.
Yeah!
Yes, Mr. Knight, what is it? There are still a few points left that we have not fully explored. What are you trying to pull? Oh, well, we can't have that. All right, Mr. Knight, what questionable point would you like to explore further?
The person who received the bear. Who were they?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Who got the bear?
Good idea. There was one thing in Mr. Powers' testimony that was very unclear, and that is the identity of the person who received the bear. Well, he gave it something to the person inside the room. Oh, I'm sorry, but I don't know who the person was. I just saw an arm. As long as we don't know who it was who took that bear, we can't be sure of... I can't laugh as Patrick Warburton. Yeah. What is it?
I thought he went, but maybe I was wrong.
What is it, Mr. Powers? If you're going to scream like that, then at least give us a good reason why. Oh, that was... Oh, yeah. Sorry.
It's okay.
Actually, so I remembered. I remembered who took the bear.
Okay.
What? Really? I mean, I only saw his arm, but, the arm... It was the Nickel Samurai, I swear it. You've got to be kidding! Are you sure of that, Mr. Powers? Yeah, I'm sure it was the Nickel Samurai. Oh my gosh.
What? This is so confusing.
This is turning into a circus. It looks like you've dug your own grave yet again. How many times is that today? I've lost count.
Yeah.
So the person who took this in the little bear was the samurai. And as we all know, Matt is the Nickel Samurai. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Thanks to the defense, we've made that all more clear.
Clearly, like...
What am I supposed to do now, Ghost? Help me!
You don't have time to act lost, Phoenix. You've got to find another angle to attack this from.
What?
Hurry!
Now I will bring this cross-examine to a... Hold it! Your Honor! Again, Mr. Knight? Really? We've already removed any unquestionable areas of this testimony. It's about time you were removed from this court, Mr. Wright.
What?
I have to find something. Even one more little point will do. Okay, there's still questions left unanswered.
Yeah!
What are you trying to pull? Oh well, we can't have that. Alright, Mr. Knight, what questionable point would you like to explore further? The bear itself!
Yeah, the bear!
What is it?
What animal is it?
I think it's fairly obvious that the bear itself is very questionable.
It's a bear, but it looks like a cat.
The bear, Mr. Knight? This was found at Mr. Ungard's mansion. However, Mr. On Guard was arrested at the hotel that night, which means that since the murder occurred, he has not had a chance to go home.
What?
I think Your Honor has already figured out what I'm trying to say. No idea. It's not possible that it was Mr. On Guard who took this bear to his mansion.
Yeah, so our client is innocent.
Why, that's very true. We didn't even consider the point, Mr. Knight. There was no way, time-wise, for the defendant to have taken his bear home. Phew, disaster avert. Oh, come on. Oh, you haven't gotten the best of me yet, Mr. Wright. Curse you! I remember it clear as day.
Okay.
I remember what you muttered to yourself at On Guard's mansion. We have this area completely surrounded. There's no way for him to escape. I can't believe it. That butler, all this time, he was the killer. Oh, the killer and On Guard were working together, so to speak, and the killer was hiding at On Guard's mansion as its butler. What? A bold move.
What?
The bear figure was brought back to On Guard's mansion by the killer himself.
Shocking.
When it looked like he was about to be arrested, On Guard had him do so. I assume because it would have been bad about the police had found it during the investigation. My goodness.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, Mr. Wright, you've been quiet for a while now. This is too much. Isn't there anything I can attack at all? I think we've had very much enough of this. We now know that this bad figure was at the defendant's mansion, as well as who it was who received said bad from the assassin in his room. Everything has become very clear. The client who hired the assassin to commit the murder was Matt On Guard. I see no reason for this trial to continue. Therefore, I will now hand down my verdict and go play some mini-golf. Thank you, Your Honor. Enjoy the rest of your day. You see, Mr. Wright, you could not win against the truth, could you? Curse you! I knew it would turn out like this. After all, what Edgeworth has stated is true. Any last objections, Mr. Knight? Well, I do. What should I do?
Yes, I'm not gonna sit there and let them hurt Maya. Raise an objection.
Oh my gosh. There is only one way for me to drag this trial out. The only thing I have left is one dirty trick.
Uh-oh.
Your Honor.
We're gonna have to freeze?
Right now, we have these two reasons to believe my client is the assassin's client. Reason number 1, he accepted the bear. Reason number 2, that same bear was found at his mansion. However, it's possible this is all the work of a certain other person. What are you saying? What I mean to say is, it's possible a different person is the killer's real client. Oh, the real client.
A different person is the killer's client?
Yes. This is all you have? What now?
Yep, we've got nothing else.
Now then, Mr. Knight, let's hear your theory. Who do you think is the killer's real client and therefore the real murderer? Well, there's only one person who wore the costume, and that's Andrews.
Yep, that's right.
Agent Andrews?
Yeah, she had that costume on.
We already know that she tried to frame Matt for the crime by wearing a spare Nickel Samurai costume.
Whoa.
Oh! Then the Nickel Samurai's arm that I saw, that could have very well been Miss Andrews. Oh my gosh. What about Mr. On Guard? If you would please recall yesterday's testimony, he was taking a nap. See?
Whoa.
That's right, I completely forgot. Then, finding this figure at Mr. On Guard's mansion, it was a well-laid trap set by Miss Andrews. Well, I guess, Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion on this? I can't even begin to count the flaws in the defense's logic, besides which there is no evidence to support it. However, I can't fully discount its possibility either. All right. Oh, what is up with this trial? Oh man, I can't believe the defense could go so far to pin this onto a woman. Yeah, unbelievable. It's not something very pretty, it's murder and all that stuff. This has to save Maya. This better save Maya. Even if the whole world turns against me, this is one fight I can't give up on. Ugh. All right, disruptive parties will be forced to leave this courtroom. Your Honor.
Oh, what about taxi money?
For the benefit of the defense, I'm willing to play along with this what-if game. Are you serious, Mr. Edgeworth? The prosecution is prepared to challenge the defense's theory. Huh?
Huh?
Mr. Wright, even you must have thought it strange and wondered, why would the criminal that want this little wooden bear? Huh? He's right! The killer did specifically bring the bear to guard right away. Why do you ask? Is there something special about it? Absolutely. And I'm sure that once the court knows its significance, the truth killer's killer identity will become crystal clear. Your Honor, the prosecution calls upon the witness who will clear all doubts against Miss Andrews. And who would that be? It's quite simple, Your Honor. Miss Adrian Andrews herself.
What?
I see. Well then, the court will take a short 10-minute recess. The prosecution will prepare its witness in that time. Yes, Your Honor. Good God!
Oh my gosh! Oh, evil Matt!
Oh, I knew it was a good idea to hold her hostage. Don't you agree, Mr. Lawyer? But I never thought in your desperation you'd try to pin the guilt on Adrian. I hate you!
Mr. Nick!
Pearls, where's Mia?
I don't know. A really strong power suddenly called her away.
A really strong power? Oh, nuts.
Oh, Mr. Nick! Your phone is...
It's from Gumshoe. How's it going? Have you been hanging in there, pal? Yeah, sort of. We just barely found something to latch onto. Oh, that's good, pal. And what about you? Anything yet? Have you figured out where the killer and Maya are? We don't have any leads, but, what? How do you don't have any? I can't do this again.
No leads?
We just had one, and even a single clue would really be helpful. Okay. I was only able to come this far because I kept thinking to myself, I've got to keep the trial going for Maya's sake. But I've just run out of luck this time. Is all our hope for naught? A tent?
I don't know if it's for naught.
A tent?
Huh? I could see a circus tent.
Ah!
It looks like Maya was unconscious until just a few minutes ago, Phoenix. As soon as she woke up, she called for me.
So it was Maya that called you away?
She's locked in a dusty little room right now. But I could see a circus tent outside the window about 300 feet away, and it's surrounded by a clowns, an army of them.
Gumshoe, is there a circus in town right now? There's only one, pal, the very big circus. Maya's somewhere within a 300-foot square radius of that main tent. What? Okay, hold on a sec, pal. Hey, draw a circle on that map about 300-foot radius from the main tent. Hurry!
Whoa. And? I could see a mailbox under the window just outside.
Gumshoe, there's also a mailbox. Huh? Okay, what else? What else, Mia?
I'm sorry, but it was a very small window. I couldn't see anything else, Phoenix. I felt like I was in an old office building, maybe the 3rd floor or so.
I heard her. An old office building. Good stuff, pal. Okay, just hang in there. Just a little longer. Wish us luck. Good luck. I'll call you later. Don't let your battery die, okay, pal?
Beep.
Mia, Maya's not hurt, right?
She's in a pretty bad state, Phoenix. She's being starved.
Gumshoe, please hurry.
Looks like we're out of time. Are you all right, Phoenix?
It's only a matter of time before Maya's rescued. I can do this! I just have to make this trial last a little longer. Alright, so the trial was supposed to end, it didn't end. So anyway, guys and gals, that is going to do it for this episode. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We will see you with more Ace Attorney tomorrow as probably the longest trial in the game continues. And check out Sword Art Online at 6. Until then, God bless and happy gaming. Thanks so much for watching.